Yeah, fucking snow up here in Massachusetts. It was more of like a snowy ice, you know. It was raining. It snowed, but then it started to rain, and it's like a mix. But yeah, it's kind of warm. It's pretty nice out. Pretty warm up. Yeah, just getting a tractor started. These tractors right here, I've learned over the years. You know, if you know you're going to be using your tractor, always park it inside. Like, see that one over there? I hate that one. I left it out. The only reason I did is because one day I moved it out for something. I forget why. Oh, yeah, I was trying to use the rake on something. I parked it there. But, yeah, I wouldn't actually even try to start that tractor right now. Chances are you'll end up burning the starter up. And, you know, it's not worth it. It's not worth the trouble, you know. I have a rule, if it's under, like, 10 degrees out, don't even try starting them, you know. Unless you really have to. You know, I ran machines on, like, the high-tension lines and stuff. And, yeah, I learned we'd spend half a day trying to get engines running, you know. It wasn't even worth it. Some of these new, like, ones, you know, just fire right up like you know, like a Bobcat or something probably. This one would probably start up. The only reason I'm doing this is just, you know, how I'm doing it. Figure you know, I always put the charger on and I put the heater on it for a couple minutes, and it just fires right up. This is an expensive little starter on this tractor. Parts have went up a lot in the last couple of years. I mean, I'm sure some of you guys that'll watch this video, well, nobody watches my videos, but you know, no tractors, you know, like all these tractors. These were basically like hobbies almost at one time, you know, like that one behind there, that little Ford. That was a hobby. Just picked that up cheap, saved it from a boneyard, basically, you know. And but now the parts are just you can't have these as a hobby, to be honest. You have to be rich, to be honest. The money, it's too expensive. Just you know, battery is $200 now. You go to try to find a used part, and they want down the line. They want, it's like a supply and demand. They know you want it, so it's worth so much money that it's worth more than a tractor. You know, like I need an engine for a little dozer I have down there. Now, to find that engine, the cheapest thing I can possibly do is buy a whole new tractor that has that engine. And take the tractor apart, and then it's like, then I end up with the same thing. That's how I ended up with the dozer. I bought that dozer as parts, and decided it's too nice to take apart. You know, the engine in it was actually took it apart. Somebody took it apart as a. They were gonna fix it one day, you know, and they had a mechanic, you know, a fly-by-night guy come in. He took it apart, and then was never seen and heard from again. And then slowly it sat, and never ran again. I might be able to get the block machined, but I don't know. I think it might be have a little too much cavitation. We'll see. I might take it out and bring it down to a machine shop, because I got all the heads and everything. But yeah, so that engine that I have in that dozer is worth more just in parts, like the head. I got the head, all them stupid. You go online and, well, what they're going for online and what people are getting is two different things too. Don't forget that they might want $300 for it. But it's also been sitting there for 3 years. So, like this tractor. Oh, this is a nice little tractor right here. This is a newer tractor. This is an 80s model. And, you know, we went through this tractor. We painted it. I used to paint them up really, really nice, you know, like I was OCD about it, where, you know, because I painted up like cars and hot rods and stuff over here, Harley and stuff like that. And I would have to do it, you know, to like almost like better. They would be better than factory. They would look brand new, you know. And this paint job is like, yeah, it's like, it's actually original. The blue on the bottom is original. The tin on the top is painted, repainted. And, you know, touch-ups and stuff. Fenders are original paint. The blacks are, you know, I'd go right through these things like they're a 57 Chevy at one time. And then Dad would, he liked keeping them outside. I don't know. My dad was weird. My dad was a control freak. So if you did something, he had to do it. Even if he liked it, he would have to change it just because it was control. You know, it was just how it was. But he had a good tendency. I noticed that this tractor would sit here, and say this tractor would sit in the barn over there. It would sit there, or it'd sit outside for 6 months. One day I'd finally clean it up, you know, because that's what I did. I maintained these things, you know. And I'd clean it up, put it inside, and I'd come home within 2 days. It would be sitting outside. I don't know. I don't know. It's like it would bring it to his attention where he's like, "Oh my, this and that." And he'd get on it. He'd have to drive it or something. It wasn't that he was like doing it intentionally, but he would do it like we're just like I don't know, like that. Or say he bought a new chainsaw. That would trigger him to take out every single chainsaw that he owns, whether they run or not. And then I have to put them back away. It was crazy. He was crazy like that. And he would never put anything back. He was a total slob. Would not put things back away. He would yell at me. Say he put something on this table. I built this table because I needed a good table. Now, he would put something right in the middle of the table. He would take something apart. Like, see, you'll notice he's got many tractors taken apart. This one right here. Say he put something on this table. He would bitch if I moved it, if it sat there for 6 months when I need to use the table. And that's just how he always was, just a fucking butcher, you know. Very hard to deal with. Hack, he was a farmer. Baling twine and duct tape, you know. Baling twine and duct tape. But yeah, he did like his tractors looking good. He liked certain things looking mint. His fields were ridiculous. I don't think I've ever seen a guy that would put more work into his crops. Just the amount of manual labor he would do was ridiculous. That was another reason I couldn't do it anymore either. Just certain things. I don't know. It was, as you get an adult, you get your own ways of doing things. He got his own things. But yeah, and another thing was he'd buy something. We'd get a new machine or something, and we're all about it. And then next year, he'd be so about it where he'd have to fix everything, and it had to be OEM and factory and this and that. Like, he would not, that little thing I would put up there, that would drive him nuts. It would drive him absolutely nuts. Wouldn't be able to do it and handle it. But so he'd be all OEM, have to fix it up, and then the next year he could care less about it. He'd get something new, and he would just, he was very, I don't know, he was a savage. But hard-working motherfucker. But it was just hard to see eye to eye with him. I got my own ways of doing things. He had his own ways of doing things, and it was very hard to. I had to sacrifice a lot around here. I'll tell you that. I made so many sacrifices in my life that people don't know about. That just for the peace. I'm really just fucking 43 years old, finding out who I am sometimes, just because I sacrificed so much just to keep the peace. I mean, don't get me wrong, I wasn't a pushover either, but I hate arguments. But like all these machines, he actually really didn't work on these. He drove them. We had a deal worked out, like what mine was his and what's his was mine. And that's how it always been since I was a little kid, Since I was a little kid. But yeah, like this though. Yeah, I fixed all this up. I did all the work. If anything's done around here, I pretty much did it. He would be the boss and want to tell me how to do it though. And I would, like I said, I'd sacrifice him for an argument, Like this tent right here. I'm trying to seal these end walls up. We could have got these with the end wall, and it was like something like, it was just almost stupid cheap. It was stupid not to do it. And he just couldn't do it. I don't know, just cheap, whatever. But now I got a thing up there, and he loved tarps. But yeah, I'd argue with him. We'd butt heads together. Just I like it done the right way, and just do it once, do it forever. And he was all about fucking swinging it. And you would think that after so many years, you'd learn that sucks doing that way. But whatever. I guess some people never learn, Like me, everything has to have a home. I like my stuff neat. I'm not a OCD, perfectionist, but I do like everything being in its place, knowing where things are. Where look at these leaves in here. This drove me nuts. But say I put like something over the door here, he'd take it down. And well, this was a vegetable stand. Of course, I put this up to be our shop. And then, just like always, he'd turn this into a stand, fruit stand. So it was like half stand, half shop after a while. He did a lot of things that were just insane. So it's, like I said, I sacrificed a lot of my sanity for the guy. Not to mention my mom, too. My mom is frickin' Looney Tunes. But, turns out she was smarter than she thought, and we thought. She just acted like the crazy lady in the house that didn't know a fucking thing out here, and turns out she was watching the whole time. That hurts. Like, there's I don't want to talk to her, but yeah, she knows, since he's died, there's been a few issues, and she knows how things are, or should be, and, greed. And I'm not a greedy person, to be honest. It hurts me. Greed hurts me. Money is, I'm the kind of guy where I get up and go to work 7 days a week, so money is just like one of the things that flows. It's not worth cutting somebody's head off. I don't know. It's like, money to me is like, you have to have it, but on the important scale, I don't know, I'd put it at like a 5, where most people it's like an 8, 9, and it's like, but I've always had money, so, because I work. I have always had money because I get up and go get it. It's, that's all. I get up and go get it. What I was taught to do since get up and go get it. So, yeah. So, like, money's like, like I said, it's not a big deal to me, where like some people even in my family, I notice they'll cut your fucking head off for it. Like me, see, the thing is, money's so rotten that over years, I try to, I want to like really like people, and I want to just trust people and like people and be a people person and stuff. And every time I do, it ends up bad, So it's like, I don't like being a loner, it's to the point where every time I try not to be, it's just, goes bad. So it's like, like people, I have like morals I live by. I do not like thieves. I do not like thieves at all. And I do not like liars. It's like two things that I really, really can't stand. And it takes a lot of work to live that way, you have to constantly evaluate yourself. And I found that 90% of people are thieves and liars. And if you give them a chance, they'll fuck you over. And it's like, and I'm just kind of guy that wants to just like be a peaceful, nice guy. It sucks, swallowing that pill is kind of hard, to learn that basically all people are fucked up. This just sucks. People like you would never think would even, people you would think would. My dad wasn't like that. My dad, even though he butted heads, we had the same morals. That's where I got it from too, And we lived by a code, that's why we lived together, for so long. So, to find out now that he's gone, it's like, man, I'm all alone in this world, I think, But anyway, I don't want to talk depressing. I try not to talk like this all the time. I try to keep positive, actually, all the time. I try to stay positive always, I think positive energy brings positiveness. Negativity brings negativity. That's the problem, too, is I'm around negative all the time. I can't get away from it no matter what I do, so it makes it hard, Yeah, nice day out. It's a little warm out. But we're going to go move some of this snow because once it freezes, it's going to be hard to pull. I got to go down the road and plow a driveway. My grandfather's wife's wife died a few years ago, and her son lives here now in my grandfather's house that we built, me and my dad. And because he got a fucking sick deal, moved to America, and his mother left three months later, and back to Poland. And he ended up with family's inheritance, because it was left to her, you know, as his wife, you know, for 10 years or something like that. But yeah, you got a pretty sick deal. But yeah, I'm gonna go plow his driveway because he asked me. But it's kind of like, you know, I have a sign up for plowing driveways. You know, he called me just because he's cheap. You know, why not go on? You know, they people all the time call me for like machine work and stuff. It's like I don't have like a thing in the yellow pages. I didn't, you know, I don't. You know, my neighbors will call me. Oh, can you come? You know, and they'll call me like 3-4 times. You know, it's like I don't even answer back, and it's like it's because they're fucking cheap. You know, like hire a fucking crew, hire a company. You know, you don't say it, but it's like, oh, because they want it done for nothing. It's like, yeah, I'm not doing it. Yeah. You want me to bring my $10,000 tractor down so I can do a freaking, you know, $200 job for you? Oh. Yeah, I'm done with people like that. That's what I mean right there, you know. Anyhow, sorry guys. Nice, huh? Yeah, that tractor over there, see the little Ford right there? Winter kills me. It's got a brand new petcock on it to the gas tank. And it blew out. It broke. And then every time I go to fix it, it's either like 1 degree out or something. But yeah, it's been sitting there all winter, and I hate that. I really wasn't supposed to sit there. And it has. Well, I work 7 days a week sometimes, you know, or I've been working in the house and stuff too, so it's like, everything is on the list, you know. It's like, people say, oh, why don't you do this? You should do this. And then, like, yeah, people don't even understand. I don't know. Like, yeah, I wish I had a infinite time. But I don't. Yeah, that's like, you know, 34 on the list, you know. I'm not working in the house, you know, I go to work. Today it snowed. It's not getting done today, you know. But yeah, I see a lot of these tractors come when they first come here. They look like this, you know. People don't understand that. Like my guy I work with, Matt, was up here and like this, like, oh, it's like an old yard ornament. And he doesn't believe me that all these machines come looking like this. You know, this is what they come looking like. You know, sometimes worse. Actually, this one's not bad. This one's not bad. But yeah, this is what they come like. Look at that. And you know, some people think like paint makes the machine run or something. You know, this is actually a really good tractor. Ford 2000, really good tractors. These Fords are really good tractors. If anybody's ever looking for an old tractor, go with a Ford. I'm telling you. The parts are there. It's just I don't know. I wouldn't go with anything but a Ford. I wouldn't recommend anything but a Ford for. I think they're all good. They run, you know. But no, definitely these Fords are really Blue Power is really nice. I mean, like that Fiat over there is really great too, you know. But I don't know how it would be for parts or you know. Yeah, these blue tractors are. I really fell in love with blue tractors over the years. We've always had them. We had them back since the 8 ends and stuff like that, you know, or Massey Ferguson's kind of. You know? That's why that one over there, that's actually called a lawn or a farm track, and it's basically a Indian-made Ford. Same thing as this, but 20 years newer. That right there, that's basically a Ford. It's a Ferguson, but it's a Ford. It's the old 35. That's actually one of my dad's things he took apart and never put back together. Gotta get that going. He was good for that. Me, if I take it apart, I put it back together. Oh, except for my truck here. That's just because I've been slapping. But yeah, that's going back together one day when it's not 2 degrees outside and I have some time. Well, yeah, we had one of these when we were kids. It was red and gold, red and silver. Oh, he took something apart and never put it back together. Something, but these were really, we had these when we were time bad. This is probably the 15th one we've had over the years. So it's good to pull a wagon. Or like my case 730 over there. We took that apart to restore it, you know, and never. Dad got diabetes, and then he got grumpy, and I got a business. It just kind of got. It's been slow. I've never had a tractor take 3 years to redo. You know, it's just. But yeah, I really want to get that going. Just like I said, when you got one day off a week and it snowed that one day, and you just did. It's a thing, you know. Just got a million things to do. Like, see, I got to get this back. I haven't even had time to get this. This is my work truck, you know. This is my truck.